Hello guys and welcome to our channel English Verbs. Today we're gonna have Unit 8 Part 2 4th edition Interchange 3. Again we're gonna have Unit 8 Part 2 Interchange 3 book 4th edition. Let's get started. These are the words of unit number 8, part 2. 9 words of exercise number 9. 9. Pen pal, pen pal, pen friend. Sitcom. Sitcoms? A sitcom, a situation, comedy. This is a comedy situation. Situation, city. T soft D, situation. British. Situation, a situation, British. American situation, T soft D. 10. Recipe, recipe. Recipe, a set of instructions telling you how to prepare and cook food. So we can say recipe or a recipe, instructions to prepare and cook food. Instructions to cook food. To be simple, sweet cakes, sweet cakes. Outgoing, outgoing. Sociable, British, sociable. American, sociable, sociable. O as a sound, sociable. 11 words of exercise number 11. Artistic, artistic. British R, silent A. Artistic. American, artistic. Awareness and knowledge of art. Awareness and knowledge of art. And, British. American, N. A and D, silent. N. Awareness and N. Awareness and knowledge. Awareness and knowledge of art. Of. O-F, V. Of F, V. Of art. Artistic, awareness and knowledge of art. Appreciation, appreciation. This is of course artistic appreciation, awareness and knowledge of art. Competitiveness, competitiveness. American, competitiveness, competitiveness. The state of wanting or being suited to compete, to have a competition. Concern, concern for others. British concern, American concern, concern, American. British concern. British are silent and O is O. American O, a sound, can. And R is Concern, concern for others, for concern for others. Concern for others, caring feelings for others. Caring feelings for others. Cooperation, cooperation. This is p sound, cooperation. Working together to achieve a common goal. So I can say cooperation, working together, working together. British, cooperation. Working together, working. British, work. American, work. British, work. And this word, together. American, British, together, together. Working together. Cooperation, working together. So in British we make R silent, and here work, working, and here R silent, together. Cooperation, working together. American, cooperation, working together. courtesy, courtesy, polite behavior, polite behavior. Perseverance, 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 British, American, perseverance, steady or continued action or belief, steady or continued action or belief. Self-confidence, American, confidence, British, confidence, confidence. Self-confidence, confidence in one's powers and abilities. This is British. American, self-confidence, confidence in one's powers and abilities. Abilities, T soft D, abilities. And S here as Z, abilities. So here, abilities, T soft D and S as Z. Tolerance, accepting differences in other people's opinions. Tolerance, accepting differences. British, tolerance, tolerance. We'll make the R silent. Accepting differences. Perform, British, perform a play. American, perform a play, perform a play. To act a play, to act a play. 12. This is exercise number 12. The word of exercise number 12. Creativity, creativity, American, T soft D, creativity. Having new ideas, new ideas. The W sound between here, the W and I. Having new ideas, having new ideas. Don't say new ideas, no. Creativity, having new ideas, new ideas. New and new ideas. W sound. Make a link between the W and I. Creativity. British, creativity, creativity. Ingredients, ingredients. Components. Combine to mix. Combine to mix. Words of exercise number 13. Grasp, 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 grasp. Understand. Here, grasp information, to understand information, to get it. The big picture, a general view of a situation, situation, T soft D. The big picture, a general view of a situation. British, situation, American, situation. Gather, gather, pick up or collect. Gather, pick up or collect. Struggle, try hard to do something. Struggle, try hard. Struggle, try hard to do something. So I can say struggle, try hard. Distraction, distraction. Something that takes attention away. Something that takes attention away. Associate with, associate with. So here's the preposition with, associate with. Connect to, connect to, connect to, connect to another thing, connect to. Associate, associate with, connect to, related to, related to. Also in American I can make the T soft D, related to. Associate with, connect to, related to. Presentation, presentation. The way something is shown to others. The way something is shown to others. Formulas, formulas. Formulas, formulas. Series of numbers or letters that represent mathematical or scientific rules. So we can say series of numbers or letters to represent scientific rules. mathematical to represent mathematical rules. Mathematical rules. And here T soft D, mathematical. Principles. Principles, basic truth. Principles, basic truth. Take care of this word, H silent, and here the T in American soft D. Kinesthetic. Kinesthetic. Again, kinesthetic. Related to movement of parts of the body. Related to the movement of parts of the body. Kinesthetic. British. Kinesthetic. Related to movement of parts of the body. Here in British T is T, but in American T is soft D. Interpersonal. Take care. Here this is R-A, intra. Interpersonal, existing within a person's mind or self. Existing within a person's mind or self. Enter. This is ER. Enter. Interpersonal. Involving relationships among people. Encounter. Meet or experience. Illustration. An example that explains or proves something. An illustration. An example that explains or proves something. Process. British process. American process. British process. Actions to achieve a result. But in British process, American process. Actions to achieve a result. Balance. To give several things equal amounts of importance. Balance. To give several things equal amounts of importance. Here, British importance, I make R silent. American importance, I can make the T soft D here. Importance. Comprehend. British, comprehend. American, comprehend. To understand. Comprehend. Understand. Unit 7-8 progress check. 3. Calm down, relax, take it easy. Audition. To give a short performance for a role in a film, play, show. Audition. To give a short performance for a role in a film, play, show. Now, let's get started.
Page 53, Exercise 9, Grammar Focus. By plus gerund to describe how to do things.
You could improve your accent by listening to language CDs.
I learn new words best by writing them on pieces of paper and sticking them on things.
The best way to learn slang is not by watching the news, but by watching movies.
Exercise number 9. Grammar focus. By plus gerund. What's gerund? Gerund, verb plus ing. By plus gerund to describe how to do things. We use the gerund by plus verb plus ing to describe how to do things. Example. If I ask you, how could you improve your accent? How could you improve your accent? A and B. A, how could you improve your accent? B, you could improve your accent by listening to language CDs. By plus verb plus ing, by listening. 2 here. How do you learn new words? How do you learn new words? I learn new words best by writing. By writing, British. American, by writing. By writing. I can make here T soft D, W silent. I learn new words best by writing them on pieces of paper and sticking them on things. What is the best way to learn slang? The best way to learn slang is not by watching the news, but by watching movies. What's slang? Slang, informal language. So the best way to learn slang is not by watching the news, not by watching the BBC, the CNN, the news channels, but by watching movies. By plus verb plus ing. By verb plus ing. By watching movies, by watching films. So here we use by plus gerund to describe how to do things. By listening, by writing, by watching.
Now, we said today that the grammar is looking at by and the gerund. And remember, the gerund is the verb and ing, right? The continuous verb. That's the gerund. So we use by and the gerund to explain how to do something. And we saw this in the video. But let's see if we remember the video. So what problem did Emily have? So her problem was that she hadn't made many friends. And she wants to make more friends. Okay? Now let's think, what advice did her father give her? So this is the grammar we're going to look at today. Okay? One of the pieces of advice that he gave her is he said, you can make friends, but how? Now, he told her how to make friends when he used by and the gerund. So do you remember how he said that she can make friends? Well, one way is that he said, you can make friends by going out with your roommates. So here we have by and the gerund, going out, right? And that's describing how to make friends. You can make friends by going out with your roommates. Or let's look at this one. He said the best way to meet people is, but how? Do you remember how? What's the best way to meet people? Well, he said the best way to meet people is by asking your classmates to study together. Again, I'm using by and my gerund, and this is describing how is the best way to meet people, right? Here's the last example that he gave. So he said, I met people, but how? Do you remember how he met people? He said, I met people by joining groups at the university. Again, I'm using by and my gerund, joining, to describe how he met people. I met people by joining groups at the university. So this is the grammar today. Pretty easy, right? So again, using by and a gerund, we explain how to do something. So let's practice.
A. How can you improve your English? Complete these sentences with by and the gerund forms of the verbs. Then compare with the partner. So in this exercise here, from 1 to 8, you're gonna write by plus verb with ing. You will put ing here to the verb. This is very easy. One moment, try to answer. 1. You can improve your accent by, this is mimic. Mimic means to imitate. By mimicking native speakers. Native speakers, American, British. the native speaker. You can improve your accent by mimicking native speakers. A good way to learn idioms is by watching videos online. So by watching, by verb with ing. Number 3, students can become better writers. Writers, American, British, writers. Students can become better writers by getting a private tutor. Tutor, American, British, tutor. 4, a good way to learn new vocabulary is by accessing a learner's dictionary. Dictionary, American, British, dictionary, British, American, dictionary. Don't say dictionary, no, wrong. British, dictionary, American, dictionary, American, British, dictionary. 5, people can become faster readers by skimming magazines in English. To skim, to read fast. 6, one way of practicing conversation. Take care here, this is conversation. S as S, not Z. One way of practicing conversation is by role playing with a partner in class. Role play, this is like to make a dialogue between you and your friend, or a conversation between you and your friend. Together you read the conversation. And here we said conversation with S, not with Z. 7, you can learn to use grammar correctly by utilizing self-study materials. 8, the best way to develop self-confidence in speaking is by conversing with native speakers. Converse, from conversation. This means by talking with native speakers. The best way to develop. American, develop. British, develop. The best way to develop self-confidence in speaking is by conversing with native speakers. Number B, group work. Complete the sentences in part A with your own ideas. What is the best suggestion for each item? What is the best suggestion for every sentence? This is, of course, group work between you and your friends. Example A, in my opinion, a good way to improve your accent is by watching sitcoms. It means like comedy situations, sitcoms. I think the best way is not by watching TV, but by talking to native speakers, by chatting on the internet with native speakers. So this is gonna be better. So here you and your friends, you try to make discussions and suggestions for all of these sentences. Now exercise number 10, discussion, ways of learning. Now here, discussion, ways of learning. Start to listen.
Page 53, Exercise 10, Discussion. Listen to Todd and Lucy describe how they developed 2 skills. How did they learn? Complete the chart. 1. Learn to play a musical instrument. Todd.
I play the guitar. I haven't played for very long, maybe about 2 years. The way I learned was by practicing by myself with a how-to video my girlfriend bought for me. It takes a lot of patience to teach yourself how to do something, especially a musical instrument. But it works for me. I'm still learning, and I can practice as little or as much as I want. And I'm slowly getting better and better. There are even free video lessons online I check out sometimes.
Lucy.
I could never teach myself a musical instrument. I need a teacher and one who makes me practice. That's how I learned the piano. I started taking lessons when I was in middle school. I'd go to a neighbor's house after school twice a week, and she'd teach me for an hour or so. She was a good teacher, strict, but she knew how to get me to play. I suppose it helps that I've always wanted to play the piano. I don't take lessons anymore, but I still practice at least once a week. You know that saying, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Number 1. Todd, learn to play a musical instrument. How? By watching videos, free videos. By watching free videos on the internet and some other videos, his girlfriend sends them to him. So you can learn without a teacher. But what about Lucy? Lucy learns the piano by taking lessons. By taking lessons with a tutor. A tutor, American, British, a tutor, a private teacher. Lucy used to go to her neighbor's house to teach her how to play the piano twice a week. Number 2.
Become a good conversationalist. Todd.
I guess I learned how to communicate with people when I was a flight attendant. I worked as a flight attendant for 5 years. The most important thing you have to do in that job is to talk to passengers, especially during long flights. You learn to talk about all kinds of stuff, and you find out just how interesting some people's lives are. I think the key to being a good conversationalist is to be sincerely interested in other people and to try to get them to talk about themselves as much as possible.
Number 2. How to become a good conversationalist. Of course, for Todd, by talking to passengers when he was a flight attendant. He was on long flights and he worked as a flight attendant, so he talks to passengers. By talking to passengers when he was a flight attendant. Lucy?
Lucy.
I had always been really shy. I was the sort of person who could go to a party and never talk to anybody. And when you don't talk to anybody, it's hard to make friends. Anyway, my sister suggested I take an acting class. She said it might help me become more outgoing. So I did it. I was really frightened in that first acting class, but you know, it really helped. The teacher was very kind and taught me that I could talk to anybody just by pretending I had confidence.
Lucy? Become a good conversationalist by taking an acting class. By pretending that she has self-confidence. B. Group work. How will you learn to do the things in the chart? What about you? How can you learn to play a musical instrument? This is for you. How can you become a good conversationalist? You're gonna be a good talkative person, a public speaker. So this is of course group work. Number C, group work. Talk about different ways to learn to do each of these activities. Then agree on the most effective method. Method, way. Effective, this is the best way that is helpful to learn these things. Ride a motorcycle. Look at the picture here. A person is riding a motorcycle. He's wearing a helmet. Helmet. This is to protect his head. So, how would you learn to ride a motorcycle? You can learn to ride a motorcycle by taking driving lessons. Learn ballroom dancing. Write a short story. Use a new computer program. Be a good public speaker. Create, edit, and post videos. How can you create? You make your own video, you edit it, and you post it on the internet. So, this is gonna be group work. You and your friends gonna discuss about all of these issues. And the answer all the time is by verb plus ing. How can you ride a motorcycle? How can you learn to ride a motorcycle? By having driving lessons. Exercise number 11, word power. Personal qualities. A. Peer work. How do we learn each of these things? Check through your opinion. So here we have different things and you make through from parents, mom and dad, father and mother. From school, on your own, by yourself. Artistic appreciation. Artistic appreciation. This is, of course, how can you learn art and to evaluate it. Now, look at the picture here. What do you see? The child. And the child is about 4 or 5 years old. He's painting, he's drawing something, but maybe he uses watercolors. So he's painting a picture. We have here different colors. Maybe he's in a classroom. Artistic appreciation is saying we can learn artistic appreciation on our own. It's a gift from God. Here any answer is correct, of course. Communication skills. Communication skills to communicate with other people, to be sociable. Well, this is from parents, mom and dad, school of course, and on your own. Competitiveness to compete with others. From parents, from school, and on your own. Concern for others. Concern means you have caring feelings, good feelings for other people to help them. This is of course from parents, from the school. Cooperation. To cooperate, to do things with other people, to do things together. From parents, from school. Courtesy, good manners, good behavior, polite behavior. From parents, from school. Creativity to have new ideas. Creativity, having new ideas. This is of course from school, on your own. Some people are creative. Perseverance to have steady belief, to have continued belief. This is from parents, from school, on your own. Self-confidence. Self-confidence, to be self-confident. Okay, this is of course from parents, school, and on your own. Tolerance. Tolerance to accept other people's differences, the differences among people. This is from your mom and dad, parents, from school. Yeah. Now here, let's get number B, group work. How can you develop the personal qualities in part A? How can you develop these qualities? Yeah. Use the activities in the box or your own ideas. You can have some activities in this box. Example, studying world religions. To study religion like Islam, Christianity, Judaism. Volunteering in hospital. What's a volunteer? To work without money. To help people without taking money. Taking a public speaking class. Taking a public speaking class. Speaking, I can say speaking. Taking, taken. In English, when I have ing, I make the G silent at the end in speaking. Taking a public speaking class. Performing in a play. To be an actor in a play. A play here, a show in theater. Going to museums, to go to museums, art galleries, learning a martial art, playing team sport, to play a team sport, such as football, soccer. So this is of course group work. You can have your own suggestions from these activities. Exercise number 12, writing something I learned. Think of a skill or a hobby. Hobby, something you do it in your free time. You have learned. Read these questions and take notes. You read the questions and you should write notes. Then use your notes to write about what you learned. Use these notes, this information to write about what did you learn. What is required to be successful at it? What's required to be successful? What are some ways people learn to do it? How can you do this? How did you learn it? What was difficult about learning it? Now here you write about something, a skill or a hobby. Let's get an example. Here, look at the picture. What do you see? A young lady, and she's doing something. A lot of things. She's making a necklace, maybe a necklace, accessories. This is making jewelry. Let's read. I enjoy making jewelry, and many people say I am very talented at it. Talented, gifted. You have a gift from God. To make interesting jewelry, you need creativity. Creativity, new ideas, new designs. You have new ideas. You have to use simple things and combine them. You have to use simple things and combine them. Combine them, mix them together in different ways to make beautiful pieces of jewelry. To make wonderful pieces, wonderful parts of jewelry, of jewels. Some people learn to make jewelry by taking classes, by taking courses, or by following instructions in a book, or by following instructions when they read some books about how to make jewels. I first learned how to make a necklace by watching my aunt make. So this is of course a necklace. A necklace, we put it around the neck. Necklace. B. Group work. Share your writing. Have any of your classmates' experiences inspired you to learn new skill? Exercise 13. Reading. Learning styles. Learning styles. Ways of learning. How can you learn? Have you ever had trouble learning something? Have you ever had a problem in learning something? Did you overcome the problem? Did you get rid of this problem? How? Have you ever sat in class wondering if you would ever grasp the information that was being taught? Have you ever sat in class and you were in the class and you ask yourself if you'd ever grasp the information, if you would understand the information that was being taught, the information in front of you? Maybe the presentation didn't fit your learning style. Maybe the presentation, the teaching show, the way of teaching didn't fit your learning style, didn't fit your learning way, your learning method. Our minds and bodies, mind and body, gather information, collect information in different ways and from all around us. Our minds and bodies gather information, collect information in different ways and from all around us. By what? Seeing, you see something. Hearing, by listening, by using your ears. And doing, when you do something, you touch it. By touching, seeing, hearing, and doing. Then, our brains process that information, organizing it and making concentration and making connection to things we already know. So after we learn something, we gather the information, we try to make a link between the new information and the things we already know. This process can also work in different ways. Do you think in pictures or words? Pictures, like you like to see a picture of something, a diagram. If you would like to learn a new word, some students like to see a picture of a word, of this word, picture. Or by just listening, by seeing the letters of the word. Do we remember details or the big picture? Do we remember details? The components, the things that make this big picture, the elements of the picture, or we remember the big picture. We need to remember the whole idea. When we're trying to learn, it helps to know how our brain works. When we're trying to learn, when we start to learn, it's better to know how our brain, how our mind works. How do we best gather and organize information? How do we best understand? How how do we best get and organize information? How do we best understand and organize information? Different people have different learning styles. Different people have different learning techniques, learning ways. So the way of learning is different from one student to another. For example, one person might struggle with written information. A person, maybe a student, might struggle, might have problem with written information, but understand it immediately in an illustration. He doesn't like the written information, but he understands the information immediately at the moment. Just if this student shows an illustration, a picture, a diagram, another person might have problems with the pictures. Another student might have problems with the picture, but not the written text. Maybe this student likes the written text more. He likes to read information, but not to see pictures. So we have here different styles. Some students like pictures, diagrams, others like written text and numbers. Psychologists have identified 7 basic learning styles. Basic, S here is S, not the basic learning styles. We have basic learning techniques, learning ways. What are the 7 basic learning styles? The main learning styles. Linguistic, these people learn by using language, listening, reading, speaking, and writing. The linguistic technique, those who like to learn languages through listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Logical, these people learn by applying formulas and scientific principles. They like to use scientific rules. And of course, mathematical formulas. 3. Visual learning. This is the third way of learning, visual. This is related to the eyes, seeing. These people learn by seeing what they are learning. They learn by seeing pictures, diagrams. Musical. Instead of finding music a distraction, it means to attract attention to other things. These people learn well when information is presented through music. So some students learn by music. They learn through songs. They can learn the rules if these rules are made as a song. Kinesthetic movement and physical activities help these people learn through movement, through body languages. Interpersonal, these people learn best if they associate, if they relate, if they connect new information directly with their own experiences, if they make a relationship between the old information and the new information. Interpersonal, these people learn well by working with others. These people learn well when they work with other people. They try to know how do they learn. So have intrapersonal and interpersonal. Intra with A, okay, this is to make link between information and experience. Interpersonal with ER, this is of course to learn through working with other people. You will often encounter situations that don't match your strongest learning style. You will face situations that don't fit the best technique for learning style. If you know what your strengths are, what are the points of strength, You can develop strategies. You can develop strategies to balance your weaknesses for a more successful learning experience. So for having successful learning experience, you can make a balance between the points of strength and the points of weaknesses. A. Read the article, find the word in italic in the article, then match each word with its meaning. So here, you have to return to the passage and read the word and its meaning inside this passage, not in the dictionary or the meaning you know. Number 1, grasp. Grasp means understand. Grasp information, to understand information. 2, gather. Gather, F, pick up or collect. Pick up or collect. F, pick up or collect. 3, the big picture. The big picture, this is number E, a general view of a situation. E, a general view of situation. 4, struggle. Struggle, A, try hard to do something. Try hard. 5, distraction. Distraction, C, something that takes attention away. 6, associate. Associate, D, show one thing is connected to another. Show one thing is connected to another. So again the answers, number 1, B, number 2, F, 3, E, 4, A, 5, C, 6, D. B. These sentences are false. Correct each one to make it true. So here I have a sentence and this sentence is wrong. You need to correct the sentence. You make it true. If you can't understand something, you aren't concentrating hard enough. No, this is wrong. Correction. If you can't understand something, maybe the presentation didn't fit your learning style. 1, the presentation didn't fit your learning style. Number 2, linguistic learners will not comprehend written information. Comprehend, understand. Written information, number 2, of course wrong. Just linguistic learners will comprehend. Remove not. Will comprehend written information. Will understand written information. Again, number 2, linguistic learners will comprehend written information. Remove not. Delete not. 3, a visual learner will probably learn best by listening and speaking. Hear this word, probably, and also probably. A visual learner will probably learn best by seeing. By seeing. We remove listening and speaking and say by seeing. So 3, by seeing. 4, a musical learner needs peace and quiet to focus on something. Of course not. A musical learner learns well when information is presented through music. Number 4, again, a musical learner learns well when information is presented through music. 5, interpersonal learners generally work well with other people. No, not enter would change RA into ER. Interpersonal. Interpersonal learners generally work well with other people. So here we make it after the T, ER. This is only the change in number 5. Now number C, group work. Which learning styles do you think work best for you and why? Here, this is of course group work between you and your friends. You have to search what is the best learning technique, what is the best learning way for you and why. That's the end of unit number 8. Wish you all good luck. Let's get the homework. Number 1, listen and repeat. Keep the words by heart. Number 2, should of course answer 3 pages of unit 8 workbook. The last 3 pages of unit 8 workbook. Of course, you should watch the video of Cambridge University. There is a wonderful video, Interchange 3 Unit 8 video. 4. Go to www.cambridge.org/interchangearcade/. You will have book number 3, Unit 8, wonderful questions, games about vocab and grammar. Also, there is a complete video for the grammar here on the channel of Mr. Kyle Ralphson. Wish you all good luck. Hope you like it, share it, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Hello guys, and welcome to our channel English for Arabs. Today we're gonna have Unit 8 Part 2 4th edition Interchange 3. Again we're gonna have Unit 8 Part 2 Interchange 3 book 4th edition. Let's get started. These are the words of unit number 8, part 2. 9 words of exercise number 9. 9. Pen pal, pen pal, pen friend. Sitcom. Sitcoms? A sitcom, a situation, comedy. This is a comedy situation. Situation, city. T soft D, situation. British. Situation, a situation, British. American situation, T soft D. 10. Recipe, recipe. Recipe, a set of instructions telling you how to prepare and cook food. So we can say recipe or a recipe, instructions to prepare and cook food. Instructions to cook food. To be simple, sweet cakes, sweet cakes. Outgoing, outgoing. Sociable, British, sociable. American, sociable, sociable. O as a sound, sociable. 11. Words of exercise number 11. Artistic, artistic. British R, silent artistic. American, artistic. Awareness and knowledge of art. Awareness and knowledge of art. And, British. American, N. A and D, silent. N. Awareness and N. Awareness and knowledge. Awareness and knowledge of art. Of. O-F, V. Of. F, V. Of art. Artistic, awareness and knowledge of art. Appreciation, appreciation. This is of course artistic appreciation, awareness and knowledge of art. Competitiveness, competitiveness. American, competitiveness, competitiveness. The state of wanting or being suited to compete, to have a competition. concern phrases. British concern, American concern, American. British concern. British are silent and O is O. American O, sound, can. And R is concern for others, concern for others, caring feelings for others, cooperation, this is p sound, cooperation, working together to achieve a common goal. So I can say cooperation, working together. British, cooperation, working together, British, work, American, work, British, work. And this word, together, American, British, together, working together, cooperation, working together. So in British, we make R silent, and here, working, and here R silent, together. Cooperation, working together. American, cooperation, working together. Courtesy, polite behavior. Perseverance, British, American, perseverance. Steady or continued action or belief. Self-confidence, American, confidence, British, confidence. Self-confidence, confidence in one's powers and abilities. This is British. American, self-confidence, confidence in one's powers and abilities. T, soft D, abilities. And S here as Z, abilities. So here, abilities, T, soft D, and S as Z. Tolerance, accepting differences in other people's opinions. Tolerance, accepting differences. British, tolerance, we make the R silent. Accepting differences. Perform, British, perform a play. American, perform a play. Associate with. So here's the preposition with. Associate with. Connect to another thing. Connect to. Associate with. Connect to. Related to. Also in American, I can make the T soft D, related to. Associate with, connect to, related to. Presentation. The way something is shown to others. Formulas. Series of numbers or letters that represent mathematical or scientific rules. So we can say series of numbers or letters to represent scientific rules. Mathematical to represent mathematical rules. Mathematical rules. And here T soft D, mathematical. Principles, basic truth. Basic truth. Take care of this word, H silent, and here the T in American soft D. Kinesthetic. Again, kinesthetic. Related to movement of parts of the body. Related to the movement of parts of the body. Kinesthetic. British. Kinesthetic. Kinesthetic. Related to movement of parts of the body. Here in British T is T, but in American T is soft D. Intrapersonal. Intrapersonal. Take care. Here this is R-A. Intra. Intrapersonal. Existing within a person's mind or self. To act play. To act play. 12. This is exercise number 12. The word of exercise number 12. Creativity. Creativity. American T soft D. Creativity. Having new ideas. New ideas. The W sound between here, the W and I. Having new ideas. Having new ideas. Don't say new ideas. No. Creativity. Having new ideas. New ideas. New and new. New ideas. What sound? Make a link between the W and I. Creativity. British. Creativity. Creativity. Ingredients. Ingredients. Components. Combine to mix. Combine to mix. Words of exercise number 13. Grasp. 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 Understand. Here, grasp information to understand information, to get it. The big picture. A general view of a situation. Situation. T soft D. The big picture. A general view of a situation. British situation. American situation. Gather. Gather. Pick up or collect. Gather. Pick up or collect. Struggle. Try hard to do something. Struggle. Try hard. Struggle. Try hard to do something. So I can say struggle. Try hard. Distraction. Distraction. Something that takes attention away. Something that takes attention away. Associate with.